mid-monthly reading. Now this is going to be a different reading that I am doing. It's all about the light and the dark within you and the wisdom that you can gain from both the light and the dark, and how we can bring that together to help you harmonize it, right? So we'll also be clarifying these cards and offering you an animal totem. I will gaze at an animal totem card to see how this animal can help guide you to this harmonization, how you can utilize the animal, and pull a crystal card. So let's get going. Leo. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. This won't resonate with everybody, but hopefully it will with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right down below there, Leo, if you would, before you leave. I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, and subscriptions. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, that way this is more specific to you and your questions and your needs. Info's down in the description box below. Make sure that you utilize the link in the description box, Leo, if you are interested, as there are scammers about the community, and know that you will always see my face in a reading if you order one from me, as well as receive an unlisted link that you can utilize forever here on YouTube. Don't forget to comment. I want to hear from you guys, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I upload a video or go live. Hang on one second. All right, Leo, we're going to see what's going on with the light within you, within the dark, and what can help bring it to harmony. So what is the light? What is the wisdom that we can gain through the light within Leo? Oh, this is interesting. The Five of Pentacles, Hardship Mountain. Now that is very interesting considering the card, right? The Five of Pentacles, which is usually considered, right, a darker card within the tarot. And it's interesting, Leo, because I was just talking about to Cancer, that every card has lights and dark within it, right? So let's see what the dark is. The King of Swords, the Father of the Knights. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so what about the harmony, the center points? Hang on. Okay. El Nature, the Seed of Life. Now this is an extra card in this deck, so that's interesting that we get that. Okay, so, oh, we're going to clarify here. So with the lights and the Five of Pentacles, Hardship Mountain, I feel like this is talking about seeing the light within the darkness, right? Because we all have both. We all have light, we all have dark. And when you're feeling left out in the cold, like you can see them out there in the cold, but look what they're surrounded by. Okay, one, they have each other, right? But two, they're surrounded by crows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8, ironically, is the number of abundance. It is the infinity symbol, right? That reciprocity. Infinity symbol on its side. And Five of Pentacles is considered a lack card, a lack of money, a lack of love. But seeing the positive within the negative here, A, you can see that this person is not alone. And B, if you were to pay attention to what these crows have to say, because crows are messengers, you could learn something from the experience that you're having, right? Because this, the messages from the crows, you can utilize to look within. Why are you experiencing what you're experiencing? Even the snow, you have white and black in this card. You have white being the snow, and the black being the crows. There's even light seeping through the darkness here, the darkness of the clouds. So seeing the light within the dark, even if it's just a speck, you think of the yin-yang symbol, right? Within the dark, there's that speck of light. Within the light, there's that speck of dark. So knowing, this can go either way too, knowing that there's dark within the light and realizing that there's light within the dark. So even when it seems like things around you, circumstances are at their absolute lowest, okay? Recognition of the light within you, no matter what, it's always there. Your light is always there. So having the faith that your light is always there and that you can always find it no matter what. This is the wisdom that this can give to you. All right, so let's clarify this. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for the lights. We have the Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords, the Baroque Queen. Interesting, because you get the King of Swords in the dark section here. Okay, what else? Whoa, too many. Just need one more. Wow. And the High Priestess, the Crescent Moon Cat. And that is the intuition, right? That is you utilizing your intuition in order to see the light within the dark. Within this Five of Pentacles here. And even here, you've got the light and the dark. I mean, these cards are black and white, yes. But that's what, that actually, and I just chose this deck randomly. Like, I think I'll use this deck. And I'm just realizing, shit, it's black and white. It is the light and it is the dark. So the Eight of Wands, the meteor shower. And that's letting your light shine. That's what I'm getting from this. That's really sending your light out into the universe. And what is light? Light is information. So understanding what the light is within you and letting that shine and doing it with passion. Because your light is your passion, is your unique spark. So you need to let that shine. But you've got to find it and you've got to know that it's always there no matter what your circumstance. And the Queen of Swords always seeks the truth. That's what the Queen of Swords does. The Queen of Swords is intuitive, but the Queen of Swords always seeks the truth. You can't lie to the Queen of Swords. She can always tell. Okay, because she'll sit there and let you say your piece. But you lie to the Queen of Swords. I have a deck, the Golden Dawn Tarot, where the Queen of Swords is carrying a head in her hand, right? And the sword in another. So it's a bloody head in one and sword in the other. You don't piss the Queen of Swords off. You don't lie to the Queen of Swords. So this is saying that you can't lie to yourself. You can't, you know, the light within you does not lie. You've just got to seek it. And this intuition here, all right, with the High Priestess, knowing that you already know. And that is your, I just heard, best kept secret. That is your best kept secret, the light within you, that unique spark. Okay, and that's what you can learn, that it's always there no matter what your circumstance. All right, so the dark is the King of Swords, the Father of the Knights. I love that it's called the Father of the Knights. So now the King of Swords has the mouse here, right? And mice are about details. And the King of Swords is essentially who the Emperor pulls out of his or her ass to get shit done. It's just masculine energy, right? The Emperor. So the King of Swords is very detail oriented, is very business oriented. So just as, this is interesting, just as, you know, no matter what circumstance over here in the lights is happening around you, no matter how dark and gloomy it seems, there's always the light within. Within the dark here, okay? Every detail matters. Every detail that you can find, like in the business sense, right? If the King of Swords looks for details, if the King of Swords goes through everything with a fine-tooth comb and works more from the head rather than the heart, there's still a reward here. Okay, so there's still, it's like there's still work to be done within the night. People work at night, right? So there's still work that can be accomplished within the dark. So learning that details do matter. Let me clarify this too. Now, I do feel you have to be wary about harshness with the King of Swords, okay? Because the King of Swords, when not aspected well, can be harsh with his or her words, right? It's just masculine energy again. And with this, you see the King of Swords has the mouse in his beak here. But I'm not getting a harsh, I don't know, capture, I guess. I'm getting a gentleness actually from this. So it's not a ravenous capture of the mouse. Okay? I feel the mouse is needed, right? For food, for sustenance. But it's not a ravenous capture. So the King of Swords is getting shit done, okay, but not at the expense of, I don't know, the mouse is, you know, the respect for the mouse's life. That's sort of what I'm getting. Okay, so there's sort of this respect for, you know, the circle of life, really. Which, by the way, is a new series that I have weekly, The Circle of Life. So, we have the Five of Wands, the Jaggered Union. We have the Ace of Wands. This is coming up a lot in the dark. And we have the Moon, the Silver Shadow Reflection here. And again, we have nighttime, right? Seeing the light within the dark, again, within the dark. But utilizing your intuition here. Okay, and you know how I was saying with the King of Swords, the capture of this mouse, right? Because the King of Swords needs sustenance here, is not ravenous, it's gentle. With the Five of Wands, the Jaggered Union, right? It doesn't need to hurt. A struggle does not need to pierce. Okay, you see these sharp edges over here? Okay, just because you're fighting with something, like i.e. the mouse here, okay, doesn't mean it has to cut so deep. So you can get things done that aren't so pretty, but it doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to hurt as bad. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. You know, the greatest power requires the gentlest touch sort of vibe, which is sort of an empress vibe. But the king of, that's what I'm getting with the King of Swords. All right. Now the Ace of Wands talks about passion, talks about, it's also a sexual vibe. But it talks about beginnings. I'm hearing opening up. But again, the circle of life here, because this is a beginning and then the mouse is an end, right? The King of Swords is putting an end to the mice's death. You've got the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate beginning, and it's fire, it's energy, and that's sustenance. The mouse is sustenance for the king here, the bird. And it's by the moonlight here that he's gaining his sustenance. Now, was there a fight with the Five of Wands? I don't know how much of a fight the mouse can put up, but I feel that there's a respect again for the circle of life. And I almost get the feeling that the mouse sort of, I don't want to say gives up, but just knows, okay, this is the part that I play in this circle. He knows he's becoming sustenance for the king. So there's an acceptance there. Acceptance and respect. So that's the lesson that you can learn here. Okay. All right, so for the harmonization, the balance point, we have El Nature, the seed of life, which is interesting because this is the first card that I've gotten that isn't a tarot card, right, in these readings. And this is the fifth reading I've done for the mid-month. And the nature is what? Nature is the seed of light. Nature is growth. Talking about the Empress, right? That is nature, that is growth. So the pine cone here, which comes from a tree. And trees are around sometimes for thousands of years, as I was just reading. Okay? So talk about a large circle of life, right? How much is this tree seen? So the balance of life and death. That's what I'm getting with this balance point. Because this is the Five of Pentacles here is hardship mountain, right? No matter what, there's always something. There's always light within the dark. There's always that truth within you, that light. That seed, okay, that's the seed, that's the life. And over here, you have death, obviously. So there's hope here. Where over here, there is really, you know, for the mouse anyway, there is no hope. But there's always a seed to be planted because it is a circle. The mouse becomes a part of the king, of the bird. So there's a merging of energies. There's a merging of nature. So the mouse, in a sense, the energy, his or her energy keeps going through the bird. Because it becomes a part of the bird. Okay, so I want to clarify this on nature, seed of life. clarify this nature. The Six of Cups. The retiring water lily. Is it water lily? The reuniting water lily. It's hard to read these. Yeah. So the Six of Cups, right, is a very, very sweet love. It's a childlike love, right? And it is the heart, which is the center, which is harmony. Six is love. Six is balance. Whoops. And look at this, the Fool. And we have a mouse here, which is the beginning. Okay, fools are all about, the Fool is about the beginning. It is the balance point. It's 0. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, the Prudent mountain goat. And this is about hanging on. I just got hanging on for dear life. Like the goat doesn't know what to do. But the goat's not giving up. The goat's trying to figure out how to get down the mountain. Right? Made it to the top. Was trying to figure out how to get down. And what he's got to realize is that there's, like the Five of Pentacles here, there is the answer. Light is information. So there is light here. There is the information on how to get down off of the mountain. You could take a leap of faith with the Fool and find that balance and trust, because that's what I'm getting here with these hippos with the Six of Cups here. Trusting. And there's even a sense of trust, like with the birds on top of the hippos. Trusting that the hippos, like look how close this bird is to the hippo's mouth. Trusting that the hippos are not going to eat the bird. Again, there's a respect for life here. Life and death. With the seed of life. And okay, the Prudent mountain goat, the word that's standing out is prudent, right? So there's a practicality to this card, the Four of Pentacles here. He's trying to be practical about coming up with a solution. And what is the King of Swords? Using the mind, right? Trying to be practical there. So I feel, Leo, this is about the respect of the circle of life. This is about life and death. And knowing that there's elements of each that are to be respected, that are to be, you know, appreciated. Okay? All right, so let's get... oh, I gotta get a animal totem. Let's get a power animal for you, Leo. And then I'm gonna gaze into the card and see, oh, which one. I'm only gonna take one. Which one? The squirrel. So we have 26, the squirrel. If you wanted to look up the other one that came out, it is the buffalo, 19. But I'm going to gaze into the squirrel, okay, and see what the squirrel has to say. That's funny. The squirrel looks like it's the Four of Pentacles there, the Prudent mountain goat on top of the mountain. Okay. leading the way. Okay, I asked the squirrel, how can you serve Leo to harmonize the light and the dark within them? Oh, you are a leader too, Leo. So if you seem to lose your way, almost, you know, it's like the goat here. Like the goat seems a little lost. If you feel like this goat, like, okay, I made it here, but where do I go from here? How do I get there? How do I get down? Okay, then call on the squirrel, because I feel the squirrel is going to connect you to your heart space, actually, and that's where you're going to find that lead. That's what you rule anyway. Attempting to harmonize your spirit here. So harmonization of your spirit. If you feel lost spiritually, if you feel a loss of connection spiritually, then the squirrel can help you. Now, the squirrel is about abundance, because 26 is an 8, and 8 is about abundance. But when you think of squirrels, what do? They prepare. They prepare for the winter by hiding food, like an abundance of food. So preparation here, okay? And taking the lead for preparation in your life. And again, like the squirrel, getting ready for winter. Winter is about death. So again, we have the circle of life, right? Life and death. All right, Leo, let's get a crystal to see which crystal will serve you best regarding this reading. Very interesting. Chrysocola. Ooh, silence. That has to do with spirituality. That has to do with your connection to the spiritual, to your higher self, to your guides. Okay, so call in Chrysocola, look up Chrysocola. It can tell you a lot. There's an animal totem associated with this stone. It's got a lot of power to it. It's got healing properties. So look this up. You will find a lot of information on it. Okay, that can serve you best regarding this reading. So Leo, I hope this resonated. Please drop a like below, share and subscribe if you already haven't. If you're interested in a personal reading, that way this is more specific to you and your questions and your needs. Information can be found in the description box below. Make sure that you're utilizing the link in the description box, Leo, if you are interested, as there are scammers about the community. And know that you will always see my face in a reading if you order one from me, as well as receive an unlisted link that you can utilize forever here on YouTube. Don't forget to comment. I want to hear from you guys, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I upload a video or go live. Have a fabulous Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And check out your monthly and your full moon reading is up if you are interested. And I will hopefully see you on my dailies. Namaste.